So much fun, and thank you again for that conversation. We'll carry on with that in just a bit, but let's head back to the kitchen. Of course, we've been cooking burgers up all morning, but now it's time to do something a little bit different. Now, I know you're going to say yes to this. Is load shedding interfering with your dinner plans? Yes, 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 yes. Now, don't let it get in the way of a delicious, healthy, and hearty meal. Why? Because Chef Clem is here to show us how easy it is to take your favorite Woolies rotisserie chicken to the next level. And we've got two super easy, delicious recipes that you can be in the kitchen and having it done, cooked, ready for dinner before load shedding even kicks in. So let's do this, brother. Chef Clem, what's happening here? I got to ask you, though, because I've noticed you've been using this Woolies rotisserie chicken quite a bit when you spruce up your meals.
Yeah.
Why you love this thing so much, bro?
Because not all rotisserie chicken is made equally.
First
of all.
Okay.
Right? We all know Woolies chicken is the best chicken.
This is true. I can't argue with that.
It's that buttery, like soft, tender chicken flavor with that beautiful skin. It is so delicious. What I also do is, because that chicken has so much time rotisserie? Rotisserizing, and just like cooking with all its juices, just like juices rotating, the bones take on so much flavor. So once I actually shred the meat of the bones, I use the bones to make the most amazing chicken stock. You just get so much out of one chicken. It's delicious.
I got distracted there. Sorry, I thought you were just repeating some poetry now. Man, the sounds, the flavors, everything of that sounds delicious. But how do you use this when it comes to cooking in a meal? Let's get a little bit extravagant here, because what I'm looking at looks absolutely insane. Is this made from this?
It is, and it's very simple. So in the pot, I've got some leeks, I've got some butter. Okay. Butter and leeks together give you like a heavenly smell.
Butter and leeks always on fleeks. You know that saying?
The poetry. The poetry. Okay, so mushrooms going in. And you could slice your mushrooms if you want to, but we're kind of pretending we got that 55-minute countdown. So, okay, we're going to go for the sliced portobellini mushrooms from Woolies.
Just go to Woolies.
Just go to Woolies. Get sliced already. That joins the leeks and the butter, and you want to cook your leeks until they're like a little soft and tender, not brown. Okay. Get the mushrooms in there. They're like sponges. So they suck up the flavor of the leeks, taking on so much more flavor. A little bit of olive oil or extra butter if you want. Yeah. Get that in there. Once those mushrooms just become like soft and you can see they've taken on the flavor, that's when you go in with a little bit of stock. If you're feeling bougie, you can also do a little bit of wine and reduce it. Nice, but stock is really good because it needs intensifying that chicken flavor. Yes. And this is a stock that you can use from the bones to actually make this.
Oh, okay.
Hot stock going in. You're going to reduce that slightly. Reducing just means, like, say, for instance, I've added like a cup of stock. Kind of cook it till you can kind of visually see
that liquid go
by
down.
half.
Okay.
Reduce by half.
Right.
Nice. Once that happens, cream.
Just a quick one. When you're reducing something, does it need to be on like a hot sort of a boil temperature, or can you reduce it at a very slow heat? What's like important in that phase? Does it matter?
You can reduce it at a low heat. It just means you gotta wait a little longer. You can reduce it at a high heat, but then you need to keep an eye on it. You don't want things to burn and catch.
So maybe for this load shedding hack, we're gonna keep it on high heat.
There we go. And just keep an eye on it.
Got you.
And then cream, we're going in.
Ooh.
And by the way, I'm cooking in the new Woolies cast iron range. This blue.
I was going to ask you, because these things look incredible. These are the ones that you can use on the stove, in the stove, all
on
around
the braai.
It doesn't matter. It just works everywhere.
On induction, anywhere, everywhere.
Yeah.
There we go. So we're going to give that a good mix. And again, once we add that cream on it to reduce, I've chunked up the chicken off the bone. Nice. For me, I don't like shredding chicken. I like chunks of chicken. Shredding's perfectly fine for like other uses, but when you're making a pie like this, I want to see the pieces.
Yeah, so see, when you bite into it, to get that blend of whatever's on the inside with that chicken and then a little bit of that crisp from the outside of the pie itself. Oh, that is like an absolute... Yeah.
Why am I being
complaining about that? Yeah.
No, we'll get all that filling in there. There we go. Yeah, so keep it nice and chunky, a mixture of the dark meat and the light meat, so the breast, the legs, the thighs, the wings. Shred it all. I'm also a big fan of adding the skin to it as well. There's flavor in that.
Yeah, people love that. There's good flavor in that.
It is. So I'm going to pass this on to you.
All right. And let me just remind you, Mzansi, you can get this recipe inspiration at woolworths.com. There are two options that we're giving you right now. And I'm going to give you... Sorry, the two options we're giving you right now. We've got the pot pie kind of a vibe, and then we've got this like sort of old school rotisserie, classic chicken style that's going to be coming at you in just a bit. But we're just finishing the insides of the pie, right?
There we go, there we go.
Yeah.
Pie dish down.
Nice.
Get your filling in there. And you need this filling to cool down before you add your pastry. So I'm not going to actually need you to put the pastry on for me now.
All right.
There we go. And I don't want to pretend. And you always want to wait for your filling to cool down, because if it's too hot, it's going to melt the butter in the pastry. You're not going to get that puff.
Oh, and you're going to get that saggy feel. I don't want a droopy pie out here.
Cool.
Nice.
Turn this down.
Can I just talk, because Mzansi doesn't get a chance to Smell this. Man, it smells good. It's got that freshness still coming from the leeks. I can feel and also smell that butter coming through that you mentioned earlier. Was it butter or did you just use oil?
In the beginning, a bit of butter.
You did use butter. Okay, so definitely is the butter coming through there. But like I can see right now, everything is just looking moist. It's looking like the flavors have been absorbed into this. I could honestly just stick a spoon in it and eat it right now, but we're not. We're not going to do that, although it's going to be that good because obviously the basting or the
pastry
goes on top of that.
Oven, 20 minutes later, you're eating.
Boom.
Very quickly
Right.
for the peri-peri.
Yes.
The Woolies peri-peri sauce, go into the pot with some of the tomatoes, some chilies, and salt and pepper. Boom.
Okay.
That's in the pot right now. And you can see, it's just like cooked down. Once your tomatoes become nice and soft, you're good.
Yes.
You take your rotisserie chicken.
Wait, I need to see that again. Let's just see that again. I didn't even get a good look at that. Let's please see what's inside there. That
No, but it's
good.
sliding. There we go.
That
Can you
looks
see?
good. Nice. Okay.
There we go.
I'm
Cool.
excited. I know what I need to do now. What is that?
Chicken
Add
out the
chicken
bag.
in. Yes.
I'm gonna add some more peri-peri sauce. This is just a really cool way. If you are like reheating a chicken by any chance,
Whole chicken in there.
yeah. Instead of, and you can obviously chunk it up. You can portion it if you want. But I like doing it this method. As the sauce heats up, you toss everything in that sauce.
Okay.
It just gets even more delicious.
So it all just starts absorbing or fusing together like a beautiful collaboration that we all came for and all signed up for. And let me tell you, it hasn't even heated up yet, but the flavors
smells so good.
again. Oh, it smells so good.
Lid on, serve that over mash. Oh, it's so good. Your pie again, super simple. Okay, maybe let's show the people, even though it's quite warm.
A little bit of time. Let's
Take
do
your
that.
pastry, and you don't want to roll it out too thin.
Okay.
Just give it a little bit of a stretch. Let's actually, you know what? Let's be a little fancy. Let's just go.
I like fancy.
We're gonna do like a kind of a cross-hatch vibe. And also, big thing, don't tuck your pastry in. Let your pastry hang. Let it just get wild. Let it hang like over the ends like that.
A kind of rustic vibe.
That's gonna bake like that. You're gonna get extra.
Oh, and then you can like pick off that little crispy piece.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
There we go. There we go. And
Nice.
always with puff pastry, you want to bake at 200 degrees.
Okay.
Because you want that like puff. And with that high temperature, that's how you do it.
Ah, look at you getting all fancy out here.
I'm trying.
And I must say, that doesn't seem to be taking that much time. I thought this was an entire process on its own.
No.
But in a few seconds, in a few minutes, look how good Chef Clem is making this pie look.
There we go. And again, keep it rustic. You want to know that it's homemade. So don't be too fancy with it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Keep the sides on like that. 200. That's a pot pie.
Beautiful stuff.
You can literally put this all together in record time.
That was record time.
Loadshedding.
And hey, the
Right.
lights are still on. Loadshedding hasn't even hit, so that's exactly what you can do. Mzansi, find this recipe at woolworths.com. And if you press for time, then opt for the Woolies Rotisserie Chicken, as you've seen what we've done with it right now. Plus, on Sundays, Woolworths Rewards members can buy 2 rotisserie chickens for only 155 Rand. 2 chickens. Yeah, that's right. So this deal is only available in store and on Sundays only. So get involved, get these recipes. The only thing you need to figure out is which one are you going to make? Why not both? Ah.